Okay, now we'll be discussing lesson 2, no, no module 1 ng basic finance subject natin, no, which talks about financial intermediaries. Okay? So let's start by defining a financial intermediary. So financial intermediary is a financial institution that connects surplus and deficit agents. So basically, meron tayong dalawang agents sa pinag-uusapan dito. Surplus and a deficit agent. Okay? So we're talking about financial intermediary. So when we talk about intermediate, so that's something in between, di ba? Sa gitna. Okay? So financial intermediary is someone in between these two agents. Okay? And they basically, or it basically connects these two agents. Okay? Yung surplus and deficit agents natin. Okay? Acts as a middleman between these two parties in a financial transaction. Okay? So, bakit merong financial intermediary between surplus and deficit agents? Basically, surplus agents, ito yung maraming pera. Okay? Surplus nga eh. Or they have like excess money. Okay? Whereas deficit agent, ito yung kinukulang sa pera or someone in need. Okay? Maybe an individual or a company. Okay? So, kailangan mag-channel ng financial intermediary from the surplus to the deficit agents. Because in practically most cases, these two agents do not know or do not meet each other. Okay? Okay lang sana, no? Kung si deficit, kilala niya si surplus. So, madali siyang lumapit. Just like yung personal na utang natin, diba? Kunyari tayo, may kailangan ng pera. Tapos, meron tayong kilalang maraming pera, no? Nagpapautang ng pera. So, mas madali yon. But, in most cases, and practically in business setting, hindi normally magkakilala itong dalawang to. Okay? Kaya, the financial intermediary links the two. Okay? So, kaya financial intermediary ang tawag. To intermediate or something in between. Okay? They facilitate the channeling of funds. Okay? Between, ito nga, lenders and borrowers. Lenders, nagpapautang, borrower ang utang. Okay? Savers and lenders give fund to the financial intermediary or the financial institution. Okay? And then, si borrower naman natin, pupunta kay financial institution, no? To get the money that he needs. Okay? So, basically, yan yung basic na framework ng financial intermediary natin. So, what are the functions of the financial intermediary? Okay? Functions are, ito yung three major functions niya. Maturity transformation. Converting short-term loans in long-term assets. So basically kasi, there are times wherein this two does not meet, okay, yung kanilang needs. No? Sometimes, let's say, si surplus gusto niya long-term. Pero, itong deficit natin, gusto niya short-term. So, hindi sila nagmi-meet. So, ano mangyayari? Si financial intermediary na yung mag-a-adjust. Okay, si surplus gusto niya ng long term. Okay, sige, bigyan natin siya ng long term. Okay, ito. Si deficit gusto niya short term. Okay, bigyan natin siya ng short term. And vice versa yan, no? Pwedeng short term yung gusto dito ni surplus, pwedeng long term yung gusto ng deficit. Si financial intermediary na yung nag-a-adjust. See? So, that's one of his function. Another one is risk transformation, converting risky investment into relatively risk-free ones. And not really like that of risk-free. The thing kasi is that, of course, si surplus kasi, mas risky pag nagpautang siya sa isang tao. Tama? Yung surplus natin, pag nagpautang siya sa isang tao, medyo mahirap yun. Okay? So what happens is that through the financial intermediary, pwede niya kasing ipautang yung pera ni surplus into the different deficit agents, okay, or iba-ibang borrowers. So therefore, medyo mas na-lessen natin yung risk, no? Especially on the part of the surplus. Okay? Kasi sila bahala na sila dyan eh. So, the part of financial intermediary, so na-spread niya ngayon yung risk, no? So, mas better kasi na magpautang tayo or spread out natin no, yung ating investment, no, not really, we're not just talking here of like utang loan, no, but we're talking here of investment. Okay? Ayan. So para ma-ano natin, ma-minimize natin yung risk, we have to spread, no? Spread out yung money natin into different investment. Okay? So mas nabawasan yung risk. That's one of the things that the financial intermediary is doing. Also, convenience denomination. Ganun din yung sa amount. Kasi normally din, the same din, no? Parang aside from the maturity terms, okay, yung amounts din nila does not differ. Does not match normally. So, kunyari ito, 100 yung kay surplus. Eh, ang gusto ni this only 10,000. 'Di ba? So, pwede niya ngayong i-distribute nga, sabi natin. Or, paano kung gusto ni this 500? Baka meron namang ibang CS at meron pang ibang CS at meron pang ibang CS. So, ganyan. So, dyan, nagpupulo yung pera. So, bahala na ngayon mag-manage si financial intermediary. Siya na yung nagmamatch ng kanilang needs. No? Depending kung ano yung magkano yung gusto at kailangan nila. Kung magkano yung bibigay ni S, edi ibigay na. Kung magkano yung kailangan ni D, edi ibibigay na. No? Si financial intermediary na yung nag-a-adjust ng mga yan. So, yan basically yung function, no, ng financial intermediaries. And then let's discuss some of the common basic examples ng financial intermediaries natin. Or in short, they're basically financial institutions. Okay? Financial intermediaries could also be ano din siya, synonym siya ng financial institution. Okay? So, ano-ano ba yung mga financial intermediaries natin? First, we have the deposit type institutions. Okay? Of course, pag sinabi nating deposit types, basically, these are financial institutions that accepts deposits. Okay? Tumatanggap ng deposit, no? Whether it is savings or checking or time deposit. Yan. Okay? So, very classic example, very typical example is yung commercial banks. Okay? Normally, the largest financial, medyo mas common siya na bangko, no? Commercial banks. Normally, halos lahat na ng services na pinoprovide ng banks is nandito na sa commercial banks, no? Yan, commercial banks ang tawag natin dyan. Also, we have this thrift institutions or parang yung savings bank, no? Savings, loans associations or mutual savings banks called thrift institutions. So parang ganun din siya. Pero normally kasi this thrift institutions or savings bank, nakafocus siya dun sa savings. Although nagpapaloan din siya, pero nakafocus talaga siya dun sa pagpupul ng savings sa mga tao. Kaya mapapansin mo may mga certain banks that have their so-called savings in their name, just like BPI Savings or BPI Family Savings or China Bank Savings. Diba? So, may mga ganyang klase ng bangko kasi. Okay? And also, we have this credit unions. Okay? Small not-for-profit depository institutions owned by the members. Normally, yung parang they are, what do you call this? They are organized as cooperatives sa mga uso sa atin dito ngayon sa Philippines. Okay? So, mga cooperatives, nagpapa-deposit din sila, tapos meron din silang shares. Tapos, nagpapautang din sila sa members. Normal sa members, although they have also other businesses. Pag kumita yun, syempre, dividends would be distributed dun sa members nila. Okay? So, yan. Credit unions yan. And typical dito sa atin, mga cooperatives, ano ba yung for example, kung familiar kayo sa Barbaza, parang narinig ko yata siya. That's a cooperative. Yan, pwede siya maklasify under this credit unions. Okay? Also, we have this non-depository types of financial institutions. Okay? Or this, they call it contractual savings institutions. Okay? So, yeah, they obtain funds through long-term contractual arrangements. Okay? Tapos, ini-invest na yun. So, yung mga surplus natin dito, ito yung mga tao, financial intermediary, tapos ini-invest na yan, no? Doon sa capital markets. Just like bonds and stocks. Okay, yun yung ginagawa nito contractual savings institution. Just like yung sa insurance companies. Yung insurance companies lang naman, although of course sa insurance company, yung tao yung nagpapa-insure. Okay? Tapos, yung insurance company, what happens is, ini-invest niya yung pera. Okay? Doon sa iba-ibang companies. Yun na nga, through the company's issuance of bonds, yan, bibili siya ng bonds or bibili siya ng shares ng iba-ibang companies na yan. So, doon na-channel yung funds from this insurers, what do you call this? Sila yung nagkuha ng insurance policy, no? Tapos yung insurance company invest yung pera. Okay? Okay, casualty insurance company. The difference lang nito life insurance and itong general insurance. Ano naman natin, diba? Pag life insurance, normally what happens is if a certain person dies, yung family niya would claim certain amount, no? Normally sa death 'yon, no? That is life insurance. Pero yung casualty insurance is yung iba na to, just like accident insurance. Pag na accident or casualty, just like yung mga natural disasters, no? Just like fire or flood or earthquakes, theft. Yan. So yun yung casualty insurance. But basically, yung nature ng ginagawa nila is ganun din. Insurance premium, yung babayaran ng tao, insurance premium, tapos i-invest doon sa mga companies. Okay? What pension funds is, of course, yung para sa pension, para sa retirement siya. So, yung employee natin, no, magbibigay ng pera doon sa pension fund, tapos yung pension fund, papalaguin yung pera. No, ganun din, i-invest niya rin doon sa mga companies, stocks, and bonds para later, syempre, yung pera may babalik dun sa mga retirees or dun sa mga pensioners. Okay? So, yun yung nangyayari sa pension fund. So, the characteristic of this are medyo long-term kasi, no, yung arrangement, no, insurance companies and yung pension funds are long-term yung arrangement natin dyan. Whereas another example is an investment fund. The typical example is the mutual fund. Okay? Actually, parang ganun din siya. Yun nga lang dito kasi sa insurance kanina, di ba? Or pag sa insurance kasi, insurance premium yun eh. Makiklaim mo yun when something happens. Di ba? Death or may casualty. Okay, casualty yan. Medyo na type ko lang. Casualty na nangyari, di ba? Yan yung pagkuha mo ng pera. Okay? Or yung pagbayad mo, 'di ba? Insurance premium, tapos yung pagkuha mo is casualty or upon death. Tapos sa pension naman, syempre nagbabayad ka ng contribution. Okay, contribution yung tawag doon. Tapos syempre, makukuha mo siya through your retirement. 'Di ba? Retirement pay. Happens. Pero dito sa investment, sa pulling of together, parang ganun din siya. Maraming tao din kasi dito involved eh. Magbibigay sila ng pera doon sa mutual funds. Okay? Parang bumibili ka rin siya ng stock, pero hindi stock talaga yung ano niya. Yung parang share mo doon sa kanilang net assets. Okay? Unit ang tawag kasi. Pag sa mutual funds, units ang tawag. No? Technically kasi, a mutual fund is not a corporation, so it does not issue shares. No? But rather, yung kanyang ownership and the fund is expressed in terms of units. Yan. Units yung tawag natin dyan. So, pwede yung mga tao, bibili siya ng depending kung ilang number of units, depende dun sa net assets value per unit na tinatawag natin. No? Kung ilang mabibili mo. Anyway, the point is, yung mga tao, yan, lalagay yung pera dyan. Tapos, meron tayong tinatawag dito na fund manager. He is an expert. Okay, expert naman yan sa mga investment eh. Siya yung nagmamanage ng pera. Okay? Tapos ganun din, invest sa capital markets. I-invest sa mga companies na may needs, either through bonds or issuance of shares nila. No? So, ganun din. Siyempre, kikita yung funds, yan. So, nagbibigay din tayo ng, anyway, the point is, pag lumaki din naman yung, kunyari, kumita yung investment, lalaki yung net assets. Net assets nung ating mutual funds. Therefore, lalaki yung NAV po o yung net assets value per unit. No? Kumbaga yung parang shares mo tataas. So, lalaki yan. So, pag lumaki, yan yung income mo. Yun nga lang, ang difference din dito sa mutual funds, the good thing is this, investment ito. Unlike kanina, di ba sa insurance, sabi natin, insurance premium, sa pension is contribution. Sa mutual funds, this is an investment. Investment in the part of investors. Ito yung mga surplus natin. Tapos, pwede nyo rin kunin o i-withdraw. Pwede nyo ibalik yung pera agad. No? So, not necessarily long term. Yan yung nature ng ating mutual funds. Okay? So, dyan muna tayo for lesson 2. And then, I'll be preparing another video for our lesson 3. Bye!